Hi, my name is Cam, and this is my identity chart. Let's share the screen here. Okay, so this is my identity chart here, and I think one of the most valuable things on my identity chart here is history, which I mean, obviously I'm a history major, so I'm pretty invested into the subject, and I'm very passionate about it. I study in my own time. I watch, YouTube videos, which is also down here. I read stuff on social media. I read old like news stuff. So I'm very passionate about history, which I think can really help me as a history teacher, just because it shows that like clearly like I like this. I'm not just like doing it because I think it'd be easy or something. I clearly like history, and I think that that passion for a subject like that can really show through with students. They can tell when you're faking it. They can tell, oh, this guy's just kind of like, going through the motions here and there. But I think that they will be able to tell that I'm truly actually passionate about that. And so I think that they're going to be able to respect me and connect with me a lot more if they see that I'm actually, I actually am pretty passionate about this stuff. Another one is over here. Well, I guess it's two of them. Uh, I'm confident and I'm friendly. Those are two things I kind of pride myself on. I'm also like brave over here, which I guess is just kind of more like a confidence thing. Um, I I think I'm pretty friendly. I'm pretty likable. I would say that's probably one of the traits that I'm most proud of is that I feel like I can really connect with anybody. Um, that most people like when they meet me, they're not like, oh, this guy's like, why is he so rude or why is he so mean? Or like, oh, he's kind of distant. I think most people generally like me, and I think that I like most people, and so I think that's a pretty good trait to have because if my student comes in and they're like, I think that they would, like me as a teacher. They think, oh, I'm fun. And then I would also care about them because I also think that I like most people. There's not that many people out there that I would say I even dislike, let alone like hate or anything like that. So I think that's pretty good. I'm confident, which I think is going to be super valuable, not only in practicum, but also like student teaching. And just that there's going to be obviously some mistakes that I make at the beginning where it's like, oh, that didn't work. But I think having the confidence will allow me to kind of like push through it a little to make it not seem like such a big mistake. And so the students don't think like, whoa, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. Or my observing teacher says like, oh well, he can push through things. He's not gonna back down from a challenge or something like that. So I also think that's super valuable. And then for my third little thing here, I mean, this might be cheating. I'm gonna circle most of this here because I would say my third biggest strength is I like most things. Like anything that my students are interested in, chances are like I know like a decent bit about. Any sport really I can connect with them with. I put football, basketball, and golf on there as well as like wrestling. I know a lot about that stuff. I can talk to them if I need to like find like a little connection with them. Um, I can do that pretty easily with that. I am pretty knowledgeable. I've been to, I think, well, not every state, but close to them. I think I've been like 40 states. So I'm very well versed in travel. I know a ton of movies. I play a ton of video games. I know I put yacht rock and hip hop here because those are my two favorite genres of music. But I listen to most music. Like you name it, I can probably list a few songs. Like, oh, you like that? Okay, well, I like this and this. And so that too. Again, I put Mexican food up here, but that's also just because that's my favorite, type of food. But I can really go for anything. I love Indian food. I love Filipino food. I love Ethiopian foods, actually, something that I've been getting into a little bit recently, and I think it's really good. Obviously, Italian, Polish, I'm into most stuff like that. So, if my student comes from like, different nationality, or, maybe he's like a first, or maybe they are a first generation student, and it's like, well, I know something about, your culture. Um, so I think that's also pretty valuable. But yeah, overall, I guess my third point, I'm pretty broad. I know a lot of different things, and so I think that'd be kind of useful to help students just to find a little connection with them, to maybe build my relationship on top of that, to just find like a little like, oh, like I know that I know a little bit about, hockey. I know a little bit about, this movie. I know a little bit about, where you come from. And so I think I can kind of build a relationship off that. So I think those are my three most valuable things about my identity. So yeah.